you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you guys are all here today. So in this video, I'm going to be counting all of these pointe shoes. This is literally every single pair of pointe shoes I've ever bought. I've kept all of them inside of this bin and just bags over the years. And today I'm going to be going through and numbering each pair because I think it'd be really fun to see how many pairs there are. I know I've only ever thrown away one pair of pointe shoes, so I'm just going to hold some space for that pair, skip over a number, and then we'll be at an accurate amount. While I'm counting all of these pointe shoes, I'll also be telling you guys my pointe shoe journey and what brands I liked, why I liked them, why I didn't like them. Everybody's feet are different, so you can't really base yourself off of me, but I think it'd be good to give you guys some information. So let's get on with the video. First, I'm gonna go through and organize each pair. I remember what my first pair was and what I was in after that. So I'm gonna go through and do that, and then I'll grab each pair and start numbering them. Sorted out everything now. I had all of my main shoe in that one pile, and I remember the time period. I have my very first pair of shoes because those are the only pair of shoes I have that are Capezio, and then I have them in piles of, they're all sorted out. These are my most recent ones from within the past year, and then I have them all in piles sorted out by what we're doing. So let's get to numbering now. So these are my very first ever pair of pointe shoes. They're so tiny, it compared to my foot now. It's so tiny. I was 10 when I got on Pointe, which is very young. But yeah, I was 10. I was in Capezio. They weren't Capezio Avas. They were Capezio Kylas, I believe. And yeah, this is my very first pair. So I'm going to write number 1 on these. After this, I wore these for a summer, and then I switched out of these into the brand of pointe shoe Block, and I got put in Block Heritage Strong. These are the 2 pairs of Block Heritage Strongs I have, and these are a 2.5 size, and these are a 3 size, so I'm assuming this was my second pair, and this was my 3rd pair of pointe shoes, so I'm gonna number those. I moved out of Heritage Strongs because right here, the wings, I was breaking the box too far down and I needed a higher vamp to hold me in my shoe, so then I moved to the Block Hannah. And these are the 2 pairs of Block Hannahs I have. Okay, this pair, I specifically remember wearing these at San Francisco Ballet Summer Intensive, and my friend and I went outside and we did a photo shoot, and I stepped inside of a water fountain to take a photo, and I can put the photos in here, but these shoes are destroyed now. I'll put them up closer. These are the pointe shoes now. They look like this. And this is the back of them. The water just completely destroyed them, and they feel so weird. And I specifically remember wearing this pair. It's so funny now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be pair number 5. I was also going through the Block Hannahs really fast, so then I moved into Block Hannah Strongs. And this is the shoe that I have so many of. I loved my Block Hannah Strongs. They worked for me literally forever. I was in those for 3 full years. I loved that shoe. So I'm just gonna go through them by size because there's so many of them I couldn't figure out which one I wore first. And then I have a couple special ones, like these Block Hannah Strongs that I wore when I was Cinderella, and these Block Hannah Strongs that I wore when I was Clara or Marie. And I did label those just because they're a special shoe. They hold memories. Another special pair of Block Hannah Strongs I have are these ones. I wore these for Sugar Plum Fairy last year in 2023. So I know that these will be towards the end of my Block Hannah Strongs because last year was when I sort of had to try finding a new shoe again. And then while I was wearing my Block Hannah Strongs, I also just tried out other pairs. So my teacher said I wasn't using my toes in my pointe shoes. And so I had tried Gaynor Minden's. And Gaynor Minden, they had just gone from European made to US made, and everyone was and I do not like synthetic shoes. They're not my thing. They work for some dancers, but they do not work for me. I feel like I could never get over my box, and they just didn't make my foot look very nice. They're not a very bendy shoe, and so, which is why they last so long. But I am not a Gaynor girl, and so I tried these, and everyone was like, well, that's because you got the US made ones, you have to try the European ones. So there's this brand called Duval So I ordered these, and Duvals are supposed to be like the old Gainers, the European made Gainers. So I got these, and they're like a completely customizable shoe. So I did get these after. I didn't like these either. They were better, much better than the Gainers. But I just decided I'm not a synthetic shoe girl, so then I went back to my Black Canna Strongs. I probably wore these for like 2 months, but I would still wear my Black Canna Strongs if I could. Whenever I did not like these shoes, I did not like wearing these for class. And then once I got these, I didn't really like wearing these either. So I tried to wear them for like as few classes as possible just to get through the shoe. But I still wore them until they were dead. And then I bought new Black Canna Strongs because those were just like my thing, my favorite. I was also at SAB one summer when I was wearing my Black Canna Strongs, and at SAB they take you to the Fruit of London store, and so I did go get fitted there, and I got some Freeds. This is the only pair of Freeds I have, but oh my goodness, I don't have 2 pairs of shoes. Okay, I went to SAB and I just realized this. So I said earlier in the video I've only ever thrown away one pair of shoes, but I gave away a pair of shoes to my best friend. So she wanted to try out Freeds, and I was like, hey, I have this pair, like you can totally use them if you want. So I did go get fitted in Freeds, and this is one of the 2 pairs of Freeds I had. I love Freeds. They are amazing. They mold right to your foot. They just break really fast, and I've tried, like, you can see the jet glue marks on these shoes, and on the inside and outside I jet glued like through here and under here because this was just like caving in. But they just didn't work for me longevity wise. I was Cinderella before I was Marie, so I can do that. But I'm just gonna go through and number all of those now. Okay guys, so I just went through all of my Black Cannas and I lined them up by like size, like 4.5 1X, 4.5 2X, 4.5 3X, and then I went through and some of them like weren't already paired up. So I just tried to see like by what type of ribbon I had or like what color the pen was or if I jet glued a certain place on both shoes, and I paired them up as best as I could. I honestly think I got a lot of them right. I think the last 4 pairs I was trying to pair up at the end, I was just like I had my left pairs over here and my right pairs over here, and I was just like, I can't do that. Like, there's no difference between these 4 pairs. So I just like paired them randomly. So I'm sure I got a couple wrong, but honestly, if there was like an answer sheet, I feel like I did pretty well. This is my first pair of Black Canna Strongs because they're 4.5 1X, and the 1X just means width. So this is pair number 6. 7, which is my Cinderella pair, which are very special to me because this was my first like leading role. Oh, I only ever had 2 pairs of 4.5 1X, so now I have 4.5 2X. So I'm just gonna take all of them and start 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This was my Marie pair or Clara pair when I was Clara in the Nutcracker, and this is pair number 14. This is pair number 15. I pancaked these for a photo shoot. I believe that photo shoot was with Even Eyes. Pair number 16, I deshanked these also for a photo shoot so that my feet would look better and they would just go like boop. 17, also for a photo shoot, I Sharpied them black. 18, 19, pair 20. These were pancaked. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I'm gonna add in the Freeds right here because I know these were somewhere in the mix. So 28, 30, 31, 32. Okay, now I'm gonna add in the Gainer Minden, which are gonna be pair 33. And then the Duvals right after that are pair 34. Pair 35, we're back to the Black Canna Strongs. Pair 36, pair 38, and these were also my Sugar Plum Pointe Shoes. Pair 39, pair 40, pair 41. Okay guys, so I actually just finished filming this video, and then I went to my camera and my camera was dead. So I had to wait for it to charge and like go back and see where it stopped, but I'm gonna refilm this. I did already number them all. But pair 42 was Vertice, and I did not like the Vertice because they just died really quickly and it felt like tissue paper, and it just felt like as soon as like the sweat from my feet got to them, it was just like tissue paper and it just like disintegrated. So this pair 42 was not my favorite. Super light shoe, like maybe lasted me 2 days. I did have a pair of Suffolks, and that would have been pair 43, and so I'm just gonna skip to number 44, and that was when I got fitted in Nikolai. These are Nikolai Neopoints. I really liked these. I actually competed in them a couple of times. 45 was these Nikolai Katias, and they have this like edge on them, and I really do like the ClassUSA. I did like them a lot, but they didn't shape very nicely to my foot. They shaped like up here, and my arch on my foot is definitely more like down here. So I didn't really like that they were up there, and it just didn't feel like they were molding to my foot correctly. But we kept going, and then these are Nikolai Tamaras. Same thing with the Tamaras, actually. They just arched up here, and I needed an arch down here. So out of those three, I liked the Neo Points the best. This is another pair of Tamaras that we had bought, but they look like so brand new because I didn't use them because they weren't my favorite. This is another pair of ClassUSA. I did wear the ClassUSA again. They were better. The Tamaras were definitely my least favorite. I bought 2 pairs of each of those. This is another pair of Neo Points. I know these are the most recent pair because I wore them this past summer at Houston Ballet for our show, which is why they're sort of pancaked and not the same shiny pink as the rest of them. And then I went to a dance store and I got fitted art class shoes. These are CL60s, and this is pair number 50 of Pointe Shoes. And I just, as you can see, I just tore through these shoes, tore through the box. They were too light for me. And I also, at the same time, got fitted in a pair of the 70s. And honestly, the CL 70s and 60s felt very similar for me. I tore through both pairs, but I really liked them. So we just sort of kept buying them for a little while. I bought 2 other pairs of them, and then my mom was like, this was all probably within the same 2 weeks, and my mom was like, yeah, no, we need to find a shoe that lasts a lot longer because we cannot spend money like this. And so this is pair number 52 and 53. Both are our class CL 70s. And if you don't know what our class Pointe Shoes are, our class is a Russian-based brand. They actually are very similar to Russian Points, but they weren't allowed to sell their shoes in the US for a very long time. They haven't even sold their shoes in the US for 2 years, but they've been around for so long, just not in the US, and many US dancers don't know about them. So I actually am ambassador for art class now because I found my art class shoe that I love, and you should definitely go check them out. If you loved Russian Points and now your Russian Points are gone, like, that is a great alternative. They are basically the exact same thing. So they're called Art Class Pointe Shoes. I'll put their YouTube channel down in the description of this video. You should definitely go check them out because not many people know about them, and they are really a fantastic shoe. So that being said, afterwards I went and I got fitted again, and they put me in a different art class shoe. This is the art class model RC30. This was my 54th pair of Pointe shoes, and the RC30s were a lot. They have extra layering up here on the tip, so I didn't tear through them like the others. It gave me a better platform to turn on, and the shank arches, as you can see, like down here, so it fit really nicely on my foot, and I have loved them. This is the shoe I've been in, and they are great, and I love them so much. So this is pair number 54 of the RC30. This is pair number 55. This is pair number 56. I also have 3 pairs of Pointe shoes downstairs. So those are pairs number 57, 58, and 59. So I am at about 60 pairs of Pointe shoes, and I just turned 16. So in the past 6 years, I've gone through 60 pairs of Pointe shoes, which honestly isn't as much as I was thinking I would have. I thought it would be a lot more than that. So I'm sure there's a lot that I missed because I kept like going through this video. I was like, oh wait, I threw away that pair. Oh wait, I had this pair. So I'm sure I did miss a couple more that I just can't remember right now. But that's about how many Pointe shoes I have gone through in my years of dancing. So from here on out, every time I sell my shoes, I'll just add on the number of Pointe shoes that I'm on, and it'll be super fun to track it throughout my professional career as a ballet dancer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was entertaining for you guys, and I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.